Well, the Breaks will be looking to put last Saturday behind them as they suffer what was only their second defeat of the league season away to Stockport County. The disappointment that came with the 3-1 defeat epitomises just what a fantastic start Paul Holloran's side have made to the season. They'll be hoping to extend their unbeaten home run to 5 games here against the Spennymoor Town side that find themselves 2 points behind the Breaks in the league table. Spennymoor have bad memories of the Phillips 66, being on the receiving end of a 4-0 hammering on their last visit here in November. Tony Breeden made 2 spectacular penalty saves in the space of 5 minutes in that game, and he starts an Leamington 11 that sees 1 change. New signing Jack Lane comes straight to the side following his transfer from Alfreton Town. The 25-year-old replaces the suspended James Mace in the back line. For Spennymoor Town then, it's Matthew Gould in goal, Jacob Higgs, Stephen Brogan, Chris Thackeray and James Curtis at the back. Jamie Chandler, Sean Tutton, Shane Henry and Andrew Johnson in the midfield, with Glenn Taylor alongside Robert Ramshaw up front. It's been all Leamington these opening 15 minutes, but they just need to go up another gear if they want to make the breakthrough. Here's English. It's a whip ball to the back post. Edwards didn't gamble, didn't rise, and it's gone over his head as a result. Ramshaw, first time into the area, there's Taylor. Just didn't make the contact he wanted to. As a result, just rolled gratefully into the hands of Tony Breeden. Here comes Breeden then. It's up towards Edwards. It's all the way through, there's English. It's rebounded off the post. I think English just got the slightest of touches on that. It appeared to have beaten Matt Gould, but he gratefully watched it bounce off his upright. It's up towards Jack Edwards. Wins the header. It's just behind Matt Stenson, but it's a slice clearance by Higgs. Had to be dealt with by Stephen Brogan. He concedes the corner. Driven to the outside of the box by Dunbar. There's Stenson. Just couldn't find Connor Taylor, but that one was definitely one from the training ground. Just Stenson just nodding it in towards the back post. In the yellow shirt to get a toe on it. Well, Ramshaw's got away down the right hand side here. Faced by Joe Clark. Just trying to find some space for a cross. Here's Higgs. Ramshaw. Jamie Chandler. Spennymoor just probing for an opening here. There's Ramshaw. It was awkward for Tony Breeden, had to deal with it, just palmed it over his bar. Here's Robert Ramshaw for the Moors. Tutton. Again Taylor, first time ball to Andrew Johnson, turns back. Here's Taylor on the edge of the area, Taylor! It's a good save by Tony Breeden. He did well to get the shot away, did Glenn Taylor. He was caught in the process. Had a lot of pace on the shot there by Glenn Taylor. Tony Breeden did well to hop upwards and palm it over his bar. Back to Callum Gittins, a hook ball into the back post. Cleared away by Spennymoor. Picked up by Shane Tutton. Turns inside. It's a good ball over the top. Andrew Johnson might be onto this. The offside flag once again denying Spennymoor, but Tony Breeden did very well anyway. Immediately hooks up, trying to catch Matthew Gould off his line. Almost did Tony Breeden. Just a shaky moment there for the Spennymoor Town goalkeeper. It'll be James Bowen then. It's a good ball. Comes to Stenson. Hooks it across. It was well read by Matt Gould. Edwards wins the flick on from Breeden's goal kick. Here's Kieran Dunbar. Into the area, there's Stenson! Did well to get anything on that Matt Stenson, but it was straight into the arms of Matt Gould. In by Bowen. Flick on by Edwards, just over the bar. Did well to rise up beyond the burgundy shirts there, Jack Edwards, but just couldn't keep his effort down. Stenson passes on to Gittins. Gets away from Wands. Callum Gittins into the area! But his shots just dragged past the post from Callum Gittins, but just couldn't get hold of the shot as he wanted to. It's a good flick. His first time by Totten on the turn. Sailed over Tony Breeden's bar. As you can see there, just a lapse in concentration from the break's back line. Here's Stenson. Managed to bring the ball down. Gittins outside him. Seemed to strike the hands of Chandler. Here's Gittins still. He's got Joe Clark behind him. Gittins tries to take it past Chandler. It seems to be a foul by the Leamington centre midfielder. It was a bit soft to me, but nonetheless, the break's applying the pressure in these final 15 minutes. Here's Ramshaw. It's a good challenge by Jack Lane. Glenn Taylor. And Spennymoor may just have nicked this in the last 5 minutes. It was a ball by Glenn Taylor into the area. And that was Adam Boys. Wasn't picked up by the Leamington back line. And his toe poke deflected off the post into Tony Breeden's goal. And the yellow shirts were merely spectators. It was a good passing move by the Moors in the build-up to the goal. But it was the ball by Glenn Taylor into Adam Boys, the substitute. He's only been on the pitch about 3 minutes. And it's Leamington 0, Spennymoor Town 1. And Leamington's unbeaten run at home in jeopardy. Here's Anthony Dwyer, trying to find a way through. Still Dwyer, forced to go back to Jamie Hood. One last Hail Mary for the breaks. It's up towards Obeng. Here's Taylor for Spennymoor, takes it away from Lane. Taylor now down the right-hand side, he's got support in the middle if he needs it. Taylor, it's a good save by Tony Breeden, and again by Tony Breeden. But it's turned in by Mark Anderson to put the nail in the coffin in added time for the breaks. And their 4-game unbeaten run at home at the start of the season comes to an end. It was a good counter-attack. Glenn Taylor taking the ball away from Jack Lane, the debutant for Leamington, making tracks down the right-hand side. It was an excellent double save by Tony Breeden, but he could do nothing about the third attempt by Mark Anderson off the bar into the net to make it Leamington 0, Spennymoor Town 2. That should seal the points for the away side. And there's the final whistle, and it's those 2 late goals be the difference between the 2 sides as Spennymoor Town take all 3 points here at the Phillips 66 Community Stadium. It was Adam Boys on 88 minutes with a tap-in from Glenn Taylor's cross. Mark Anderson sealing it for the away side. It's Leamington 0, Spennymoor Town 2.
So Paul, a bit of a hard defeat to take, especially when Leamington deserved a point from the game. What are your thoughts? Listen, we can say we deserve something from the game, but I said it a few weeks ago that listen, the game lacked. Conditions were really difficult on both sides today. So the game lacked quality. There was no doubt, and that's what was missing from our game second half. We got in some good areas. It's just that final pass, that final didn't quite drop for us today. But listen, they're a dogged side. There's a reason why. Last year, if it wasn't at the death, Spennymoor, when I think the cup runs caught up with them and the pitch problems, they at one stage I thought they had a chance of winning it. So they've just come 1 3 or 4 on the bench. You can see what they're all about. So I was pleased with a lot of the performance because they're a good side. There was nothing in the game. I thought we were actually getting on top of the game second half, and I think the lesson for us towards the end of that game. And we've really got to start learning these lessons quickly because we spoke about it before, is that we've got a clean sheet, we've got a point, and there's a way to play them last few, Yes, we always want to win the game, but if it's not our day in front of goal, then as a group we've got to make sure we take the point and we don't get beat. And at the end, we've been sloppy in possession, the ball's gone wide, we haven't put pressure on the cross and that, and it's poor defending in our box, letting a player just get, nip in front of us. So it's not the way to defend in the 88th minute. Of a game, and listen, every point's vital in this league. A couple of occasions now where we've been in positions to get points or get something, we threw it away, and it's another late goal. So disappointing. Last week was difficult because of circumstances and decisions went against us. But I think this week now it's the first defeat we've had there, but it's a little reminder to us. I think possibly there's quite a few people getting caught up in the euphoria of where we are. We know what the targets are and what we can achieve in this division. We certainly would love not to be in a relegation scrap like we have the last three or four times we've been in it. We think we're good enough to compete in this division, but we do need to remember our DNA and what we're all about. And I think we've just gone off track a little bit the last couple of 3 games, so we need to get back on it. And we certainly, when we've got the opportunity to keep a clean sheet and get a point against a team of Spennymoor's quality, we need to take it. And we didn't, and we got sloppy at the end. We were too open, and our thought process as a group then at that period was, yes, if we can win the game, let's win the game. Let's make sure we're not wide open like we were, and we defend our box better than what we did to make sure that we get another point on the board.
Obviously, before the 2 goals went in, the back 4 did look quite strong, especially considering James Mace and Connor Goodger are still out.
Well, yeah, of course. Listen, it's obviously listen, the backbone of our success has probably been the stability of the defending players. But Jack Lane's come in and done well today, and James Bowens I thought's done well today. Certainly gives us another option stepping into play as well. So yeah. We've been forced to make a couple of changes on that left-hand side, but like I say, Jack's debut was good. James defended better today. So there's lots of pluses. In a difficult game, for long periods we did okay, but it's just disappointing again at the death that we, not a lot of danger. We had good people in good positions, and it should have been something we dealt with. And then obviously the second goal, obviously we've pushed too many people forward just to try and get something out of the game. But yeah, I think, like you say, I think the lesson from today is, and listen, it happened at Hereford as well. We've got to see periods through to make sure we're keeping the scoreboard ticking over. Hence the reason in this division, it's not like the leagues below where teams get 100 points and 110 points and 95s. In this division, a good season can be 55, 60 points because of how hard it is to get a run of wins in this division. And if you can keep the scoreboard ticking over, little points here, little points there, and add some wins to it, then you're on the right tracks. And we've turned it down a couple of times now where we've had an opportunity to get a point, and we've ended up with conceding late goals for a defeat. So listen, I think possibly as a group, we just need to get switched back onto that. The back end of last season especially, we did see 8 games and we were very dogged, and we kept our clean sheets. And we just, listen, we've conceded a lot of goals. We've scored a few, obviously, but we've conceded a lot of goals early doors in this division. and I still firmly believe that the backbone of our success in this division will be keeping clean sheets and being dogged. And if we can add some more goals with the wide players and Matty and whatever else, then great. But like you say, there's been a few too many sloppy goals for our liking.